to tell a story that I haven't yet about the most intelligent woman that I ever met. She looked like Jackie Onassis, top of her classes. I'm doing my best, just passing by. I'm so funny in my body, I can barely walk. And I'm so full of them funny feelings that I could barely talk. And here goes Jackie Onassis. Don't need to ask it. Have you ever seen a woman so fine? She said, come on out, just a couple hours. We gonna have a real good time. And I tell her, where you're going, where you're going, where you're coming home. And somebody in the front seat calls out, everyone quit wasting my time. Gotta hit the road and hit the road, hit the road. There they going, there they go. And I was on my own. Never spoke my mind up in a crowded place. I ain't got no cool demeanor and smooth talking ways, cause I ain't like Jackie Onassis. Girls in sunglasses looking me up like I'm part of some game. When the altercation happened around the 10th of May, poorly dressed spectator had something on mind to say. It comes back to me in flashes. I get risky, there's a swing and a miss, and I'm all ashamed. And when she found me, I was in pieces, crying hard into my hat. She tell me, mama, you look lovely when you take a stand. And I tell her, no one's ever been so kind to me, and I'll thank you for that. Said, here you go, and there you go, here you go. Took her hair out the bow and laid that ribbon in my hair. Look at that lady, she carries herself right, singing oh, 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 oh. She's the first lady to walk me through the night, singing oh, 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 oh. Long live, live, days on a track field, laughing hard, just me and mine. Got a great part in the spring play after all. And I got my rose pink tinted glasses and they fit me just fine. And I let it go and let it go, let it go. Here we go. Look at that lady, she carries herself right, singing oh. Singing she's the first lady, and she walked me through the night, singing
Sammy Rae and friends. Welcome to the Print Shop.
Thanks.
We have had a hell of a day today.
Yes.
I said this earlier. This is what I look like when I'm happy. This has been a party, without a doubt. You guys are the #1 fun, most talented group that has been through the print
Wow.
shop. So the bar is now set.
That's right.
You know, and
That's
Who's gonna top that?
Yeah, I try not to pander to the artists because I enjoy. I have people over here that I like their music anyway. But I'm telling you, you guys crushed it. You're up here, so I'll let you guys know. Maybe we'll put a meter up there or something. Let you guys sign. And then somebody
Set the
else.
bar.
So, thanks for coming all the way from Brooklyn, New York. Yeah. So all you guys from Brooklyn?
Well, I mean, we're all from a couple different states, but we all met on the New York City music scene, and now all of us live in Brooklyn, right?
Yeah.
So
We
now
all live in Brooklyn.
we all live in
We all
Brooklyn.
live in Brooklyn.
So our last straggler just moved to Brooklyn. So
Finally.
we're all from James from Miami, Florida, and Kellen is from Alabama. Seabass from Virginia Beach. Max is from LA. I'm from Connecticut. Will's from Connecticut, and Myra and Kaya are New York City born and bred. Brooklyn. So we all kind of met on the New York City music scene at different clubs and gigs and stuff in Manhattan, and now we all live in Brooklyn, and it's special because we all kind of live in the same neighborhood, and a lot of us live in the same houses. So it's just
I am walking distance. from
yeah,
that.
we're all walking distance now. It's a really special collective that we have going on.
I mean, what a great group. I mean, you guys, I can tell you love each other, and I can only imagine what it's like on the road with you guys. So I'm gonna ask you first,
Sure.
and then I wanna get some more perspective here. Tell me what it's like traveling.
Deep breath.
What it's like traveling?
Yes.
It depends. I mean, sometimes we're traveling and it's like gig after gig after gig, and there's long driving days. So those days it's about like trying to conserve energy and like finding every second and every place you can, and like catch like 1 second and then wake up before somebody's like, you know, making you laugh or whatever. There's a lot of jokesters here,
switch.
right? So I mean, most of the time in the middle of a tour we'll have a rest day or something, and we always like to do something fun. But you know, it's just great, and we've fallen into this groove now. Like we've been this group for a little over 2 years, and we've been on a whole bunch of tours and a whole bunch of trips. So we've kind of got this groove of when we're flying or when we're taking a van or when we get to a hotel. There's always one hotel room that wants to go to bed when we get home, and there's a party, and then there's a party room. So
And then
we've
there's the room with James Seabass.
so we
like
have
that
kind
room.
of found this groove by this point where I think we travel well together, and we respect what everybody needs on the road. But first and foremost, it's just having fun and loving each other and trading outfits and doing.
Speaking of outfits, you guys have the coolest outfits when you guys were entertaining.
Thank
and
you.
you have lots and lots of sparkles going on. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty jealous. I'd like some sparkles.
Well, okay. Well, I'm gonna interrupt you real quick. We, as a group, the Friends, right? So we're Sammy Rae and the Friends, and we like to say that we're like the faces of the Friends. These are the 8 faces you always see. This is the band. But anybody who's a part of the Friends, like y'all are a part of the Friends. People who follow us on social media are part of the Friends. People that make our music happen are part of the Friends. Our manager is part of the Friends. So now you all are part of the Friends. So we're gonna put you in this for the rest of the day.
I got some sparkles.
I get nervous when the girls wear all them summer clothes, and anxious when the boys wear all them button-ups and sports jackets. I want a t-shirt to a family party, everybody overreacted. There comes a point when hiding out in all them haunted highways and hidden staircases don't make you feel like a grown woman anymore, and it's true, and I'm sorry. You can see it, you can feel it in your hands and eyebrows. Ain't a kid now, mama, don't you wish you could lay out that summer sun, just getting freckles all your day. ain't your birthday anymore, and it's true, and I'm sorry. Good since we don't even know since when. Let's throw a party. Finally made some money. Ooh, and can't dig it, baby. I finally take myself again. Talking about my love. Now what you're thinking of? Somebody's turning 30, woo, and we ain't looked this good since we don't even know since when. Let's throw a party. I finally made some money. Ooh, you can't dig it, baby. I finally did myself.
I want to talk a little bit about your music career and kind of the trajectory.
That's, I think,
anyway,
close enough.
There you go.
Yeah.
You guys are moving,
Moving quick.
up. You're moving really quick.
Thank you.
And then, obviously, some COVID stuff hit and kind of put a damper on everything for a while. And so you guys are now out for the first time in quite a while.
Since February,
so,
This has got to feel great.
Yeah.
If you want to go all the way back real quick, so I'm from like teeny tiny hometown Connecticut, and then I moved to New York when I was 18, and I started writing these songs. I was like, I need to put together a band. I didn't want to do this thing solo. Like I said, we all kind of met on the scene in New York we met through going to other gigs or open mics, or we met on Instagram. We met playing children's music. So we all kind of met through all over the place, and then suddenly we were selling out rooms, and it was bizarre because we put out a song on Spotify called The Feeling, which just kind of like got picked up by Discover Weekly on Spotify and like skyrocketed overnight. And then the next thing I knew, socials were blowing up, and then I think the first one was Bowery Electric, but we played this like 120 cap room, and then we had a bunch of other New York rooms
like
sold out.
Rockwood,
yeah.
Like Rockwood is even though Rockwood is a small like venue, the over capacity? Like how we flooded those venues?
It was like we played Bowery Electric and we sold that out, and I was like, great, we can bring 120 people in a room. And then we played Rockwood as like 205 or something, and we sold that out. And then we just kind of kept moving through the New York. I mean, we're all from New York, so this New York venue scale was very tangible to us. Like we sold out 100, a 250, a 3. We just sold out a 730. Was our last show in New York, and we actually had a show booked for I think tomorrow, which unfortunately was canceled in Brooklyn, which was an 1800 cap. Yeah. So we're really kind of climbing those ranks in New York, which is exciting, but we're also getting a chance now where we're hearing from fans who are all over the country, all over the world, that want us to go see them. So we had over 6 weeks pretty much of tour that was canceled because of COVID.
Wow.
We had a national tour, and a couple of other things that have been canceled, but we're very excited to have come out to Georgia to do. We did Elm City in Woodstock last night, and here we are today. And we're about to go to Destin, Florida in our van and do a live stream. So this is, it's kind of like tour light, but it feels very much, it's not 2 weeks of constant shows, but this is really special, and we're really grateful to be here.
I'm so glad. You guys have just so much momentum, and it was kind of like, stop for a second, but I feel like where a lot of people are like, oh, we have this momentum, shit, it's gone. I feel like you guys are like, I remember that momentum, here we go. I just feel that about you.
It's pushed against the doors, and as soon as they open, we're like, flying.
Welcome to your life. There's no turning back. And even while you sleep, we will find you acting on your best behavior. Turn your back on Mother Nature, 'cause everybody wants to rule the Welcome to your life. There's no turning back. And even while we sleep, we will find you acting on your best behavior. Turn your back on Mother Nature. Everybody wants to rule the world. It's my only sign. It's my open voice, and won't you help me to decide? Won't you help me make the most of freedom and of pleasure? Nothing ever really lasts forever, does it? Everybody wants to rule the world. There's a room where the light won't find you, holding hands while the walls come tumbling down. When they do, I'll be right behind you. So glad we almost made it. So sad we had to fade it. Everybody wants to rule the world. decision, married with a lack of vision. 'Cause everybody wants to rule the world.
You have 2 saxophone players,
Yeah.
a bass player, you've got keys, you've got a guitar going on, you've got great backup vocalists and some lead vocals on certain tunes. And it's just, it's amazing to have all those sounds going on.
Yeah.
You told me that coming up, like you had this planned out almost. You knew that you wanted to have some sort of band that was a group of characters, right?
Well, yeah, so yeah, you
this
just
is
nailed
not like
it.
a freak accident.
No,
right?
No,
this
no.
was pretty thought out.
You nailed it. So my first, my first kind of introduction to songwriting, I was telling you the stories. I watched Bruce Springsteen on VH1 Storytellers, and it's, if you don't know Storytellers, it's this program where musicians talk about their songs and they go line for line and describe what's going on. And he was talking about Blinded by the Light, which is, if you listen to it, nonsense syllables, and he was describing like the heartfelt place that each of these lines, very well thought out, was coming from. And I was like 12 and I was like, oh my God, he's speaking a secret code. I'm gonna process my emotions in secret code. I'm gonna write songs now and I'm gonna be the shit. And so I started writing songs when I was 12 or 13. I started playing when I was 15, but I realized that Bruce was part of a band, and I realized that the Rolling Stones were a band and Fleetwood Mac was a band, and that was the sound that I wanted to access. And I think also in my wishing that I had this tight community around me, as I was envisioning my adulthood career, it was always like a collective of people. And I gotta be real, I've always kind of used the E Street Band as my template for that. And because I listened to them so much growing up, I think I fell in love with Clarence Clemens on the saxophone. And I was like, I'm gonna have a horn section, but I love saxophone so much, we're gonna have 2. And we don't need a trumpet, and we don't need a trombone, we don't need anything. But what I loved about that band and the Beatles and Fleetwood Mac and everything is there's kind of distinct characters, and we often talk about how we're each like our own superhero. Yeah. And like people come, I see people come to the shows. I saw this last night, no tea, no shade, but this girl, like I was coming up in the line, the merch line to say hello, and she couldn't care less about me, but Seabass was behind me, and she was like, oh, Seabass. And like that truly, for real? That truly, it thrills me. It makes me so happy that we're all like my goal is for everybody to like know everybody's name and what state they're from and what they play as much as they know that I'm the front person. I mean, Seabass comes from like Latin rhythms and world rhythms, and so does JQ, and JQ also comes from, I don't know, I would call you like a math brain. JQ's got them rhythms in there, right? And he comes from world as well, and both of these guys kind of come from jazz, and Kellen comes from a musical theater place. Will comes from like hard rock and folk and country stuff and some jam stuff. Myra and Kaya come from like gospel and soul and all that theater, funk. Yeah, and I kind of come from this coming up, I just listen to a lot of like rock and roll and folk, and we always joke that I identify as a folk singer, and I want to be a folk singer, but my band is too killing. So now I have this
Folk
band.
singer.
But I think each of us being our own superhero and having our own special powers is in coming from our own kind of school of musical thought is what.
Well, I love that analogy. I think you
collective,
guys do have special powers. And Seabass, first of all, I love your name. Your shirt is absolutely outrageous. I mean, it is. And you know, Seabass, I feel like you're like sort of like the glue here a little bit. I'm just feeling that. I don't know. In the sense that I feel like just a beating heart. You got this great energy about you, and you seem like just an awesome person. Tell me a little history on you, Seabass.
On me?
Yeah.
Oh, he got put on a spot.
Well, I
now.
came from Virginia.
Hey.
I'm from Virginia.
Two up, two
Virginia
down.
Beach. I started playing drums at age 14.
Yeah.
I love friendship.
Great.
Well, you said
What do you like?
you said you feel like I'm the glue, but I feel like they empower me.
Yeah.
See, that's
You
the
know
kind of
what I
thing somebody who's the glue would say.
That's right. That's right.
How do I say what you already know? Talk with my hands, maybe take it real slow. Como se dice en español? ¿A dónde vas después de eso? Smooth talking lady when it comes to everybody, but you ain't that funny. Yeah, when I rise in the morning, they'll find you on my mind without warning. Ooh, and then there's nothing left I can do every time you come through. Up jeans.
Mamita, you can't rush a good thing.
I will take your time by all means. Oh, and now we're walking real close on the pavement together. Wanna hit you with the heavy when you're talking about the weather. Telling you I wanna hear no medicines. Now I can't tell what it means. How do I say what you already know? Talk with my hands, baby, take it real slow. Como se dice en español? Después de eso, I'm working the words out and walking your way. Hoping it works out and maybe someday you'll let me know that it's all okay. Creo yo lo sientes, pero no sé.
Hola mami, pasa nada, ¿qué tú quieres? ¿Qué tú piensas de nosotros, tú y yo? Hola guapa, ¿qué pasó?
Hola papi, pasa nada, ¿qué tú quieres? ¿Qué tú piensas de nosotros, tú y yo?
Te vi pasar y otra vez el tiempo se detuvo. Con tu mirada y tu perfume me quedé mudo. Quisiera conquistarte con toda mi poesía y todas las estrellas del cielo te bajaría.
How do I say what you already know? Talk with my hands, maybe take it real slow.
Let's talk about the future.
All right.
What's in the future for you guys?
It's hard to say exactly.
It is hard to say at the moment. I mean, we have a rescheduled tour for April and May, so a lot of the rooms that we weren't going to play, we are going to play, ideally, if things are open back up in April and May. And it's also funny because, I mean, we're talking to our team about it, and like a lot of the rooms we were supposed to play this fall that we ought to be playing in spring if things open up, we're kind of like aging out of those rooms already. So we're also scrambling to find larger rooms to fill those spots, which is exciting. So again, like James said, like even though we're not touring, so much growth is happening, which is like disorienting but encouraging. And so we'll be dropping an EP early next year with the 2 new songs and the 3 singles that just came out. We want to get some music videos together. We're eager to start touring, and I think long-term goals for this project, number one, I mean, we want to come to a point where we can get together a full LP. We want to put together an album of new material, ideally something with a concept, not necessarily a concept record, but our show very much flows from one segment to the next, and we do little skits, and there's little sung interludes. It's kind of like just a 2-hour, almost like going to a play. There's so much that happens in between the songs. I think it'd be very special for us to, as a group, collaboratively pull together a record that kind of follows that sort of thing there, where you're just listening from top to bottom, because we are record people, and it's crazy because some of our fan base, a lot of our fan base is young. I mean, a lot of these kids are like 15 to 20, and it's just nature of the way they came up with music is like single, or swipe what's next,
Yeah.
and like we have a huge record collection in our house, and like the big thing is like a record every morning, and that's the preferred way for us and a lot of us to consume music. Is let's hear this whole project. So I'm sure that that's in the future for us. And I mean, I had this thought about the future, but it's exciting. Not that I was auditioning anybody at any point, but I started to realize as we were playing shows and we were spending time on the road, and we were suddenly like 2 weeks of just each other, how cohesive that was and how healthy it was for us. I just
work so well together.
I just truly, and I just like I don't ever not, and I think this comes from who I listened to growing up to, like Fleetwood Mac and Pink Floyd and like the Rolling Stones. I don't imagine us being 60 or 50 and not playing music, and also not doing with this project. I see consistent longevity with this project. It's gonna be interesting when one of us gets married and this is the wedding party. So
honestly,
the whole band.
Let it be known. In my wedding, I'm not hiring a soul to play. You are coming to my wedding.
But I just imagine us being together for decades.
Today would have been the perfect day to go to the beach. I'm on the sofa trying to get over a hate speech. We do not love ourselves the way the prophets teach us. And even Jesus kept his feelings like a lamp in the dark, until he flipped the tables over up in the market. Oh mother, there are lamps and there are sparks, but I need to know. I need to be shown. I gotta see it for myself. I need to learn it down my own. I need to know if I'm flesh and bone, and am I still growing? I'm forgone. And am I still growing? I have my forgone. She's coming up for the horizon like the dark before dawn. She has come to a place she feels like her love is gone, and she is come of an age and a line to be drawn. Go ahead. Walking around in a tank top, getting caught in a bluff. Little boys, do not cry. Don't you think that your hot stuff us real tough when your daddy don't call you enough? But I need to know. I don't need to be shown. I gotta see it for myself and learn that on my own. And I need to know if I am flesh and bone, and am I still growing? I'm full grown. And am I still growing? I am my full. Striking matches to watch them burn in our childhood bedroom. Little time, little watering light, little seed every Bible. Striking matches, watching them burn in my childhood bedroom. Little time, little watering light, little seed every bed blooms. See, there are days I need to tell myself I'm doing alright. My inner child and my ego got caught up in a knife fight. I get nervous and then I will get out of sight the base. And everybody I came up with says that I'm going too slow. Whoa, but it's cool, though. I can hear my people when I check out the show, and I feel real low. But I need to know, I don't flesh and bone? Am I still growing or am I full grown? I need to know, I need to be sure. I gotta see it for myself and learn it on my own. And I need to know if I'm flesh and bone, and am I still growing or full grown? Yeah, am I still growing like that?
I have a question for you guys. How does Sammy inspire each of you? And we'll start right here.
Oh my
Now,
goodness.
this is probably going to get emotional. I understand that. But listen, we've got sequins on. Let's just cuddle in the sequence.
Yeah.
And hold on.
Let me put my safe jacket.
Yeah. Known Sammy for going on 7 years now. Sam is a fighter for like justice and like identity, you know? Somebody that's like up to bat for you, you know? And I think that one of the things that really resonates this music with so many people, and I've thought a lot about this, is that, you know, this music is for people that don't necessarily have that. Right. Oh, and also she's a great cook too.
I just didn't grow up with like much family, you know. It was always just like me and my mom, and yeah, I never really felt like I'm from Alabama, you know. And obviously I don't fit in Alabama.
Now I'm just like this.
You know, but knowing everybody here and the space you've cultivated for me has really helped me like find just like where I belong in the world over the past year, and has helped me like become comfortable enough, just like all the love and acceptance from all the people in this room, like to just like really be myself, like shamelessly. And because of like this group of people, I feel like every day I learn something new about me, because I finally feel comfortable enough to express those things. And I think that that's like a core value of this project. And I hope that the people in the audience feel like the extension of that.
Sam, I've never seen you compromise who you are for anything or anyone ever.
Yeah.
And
right?
it's really important that
I don't have time for that.
serious. It's really important that you show that to not only us, but like everybody else that listens to us. And I've always appreciated that about you. I've appreciated your ability to lead, but still, you know, include everyone down to like your last molecule or your last brain cell or whatever. I don't know.
Last lyric.
Exactly. Like everything
sometimes
is just
leading is about supporting.
right.
You know?
And you find how to do that so well without compromise or anything.
Thanks.
Okay, bye.
He's crying.
I know.
Oh, see that.
Sam, you came into my life at a good place, but also you've been there for me at a bad place. And in that time, I have never felt anyone believe in me as much as you did. But not only did you do that, but you taught me to believe in myself. And you teach, and I see it with everyone. You're teaching everyone to believe in themselves. Yeah. And I want to thank you personally for allowing me to meet my best friends.
Hey.
Yeah.
talking about some stupid sneakers he wore. And he said, I'll get away, they'll make it. There ain't no middleman to fake it. For a couple weeks I could feel it coming. Couple days I could hear the drumming. Tenements in a pack of gum. And we're flashing and I as the morning's coming. Hey, a bit of sweet for the most part bitter. One part sweet and it's 2 parts bitter. 1 part sweet, I think it's 1 part sweet and it's 2 parts bitter. I got a taste of the good life in the middle of the night. It's about 4 o'clock on a Friday, as in 4 a.m. on a Saturday. And I got a taste of the good life. I was feeling alright. I was in the backseat, it was a long day. I was in a taxi on the Cross Island Parkway. And it ain't no laughing matter, cause he's been keeping calm, collected. I'm insecure, it don't matter where he bought it. All that matters is he got it. For a couple weeks I could feel it coming. Couple days I could hear the drumming. In a 2 minutes a pack of gum, and we're freshening up as the morning's coming. Oh, bittersweet for the most part bitter. It's 1 part sweet and it's 2 parts bitter. 1 part sweet, I think it's 1 part sweet and it's 2 parts bitter. I got a taste of the good life in the middle of the night. And it's about 4 o'clock on a Friday and 4 a.m. on a Saturday. And I got a taste of the good life. I was feeling alright. I was in the backseat, it was a long day. I was in a taxi on the Cross Island Parkway. Drumming, tenements and a bag of gum. We're freshening up, morning's coming. Better sweeter for the most part bitter. It's 1 part sweet and it's 2 parts bitter. 1 part sweet, I think it's 1 part sweet and a little too bitter. I got a taste of the good life in the middle of the night. It was 4 o'clock on a Friday. No wait, it was too hard to guess it was Saturday. I got a taste of the good life. I was feeling alright. I was in love. It was a long day. I was in a taxi on the Cross Island Parkway.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. First of all, you came in my life. Woo! Because I never told this. But you really did come in my life right when it could have been like pitch black dark, or like the most like sunshine, glorious fields ever. And like you came in such perfect time, and you came with so much angelic energy and with this attitude of like the why not, like, you know, not like always questioning out of fear, like you just had all the light, and like you wasn't afraid to show it. Like you wasn't afraid to show compliments. You wasn't afraid to show like where even if you weren't even afraid to like admit where you lacked and what you needed. You know, what you needed to become to have the dream that you wanted. You know, like. When you were talking to me and you were saying like I need background singers, I really want this, like it was like this shamelessness, you know, like I don't know, you just showed me like a whole new side of like not being able to be afraid, go after what you want, being your own construction worker, you know. Ooh. Like you lay down your foundation, like for real, no, for like you had a goal, you had a dream, and you made it happen. Like with your own two hands, and along the way you had your supporters, and you became our supporter, you became our glue too, you know.
Thanks,
so I love you.
Amazing.
I feel like my favorite thing about Sammy as a band leader is that like when you put stuff together, like it's not about you, you know.
Yeah.
Like, you can't make it about everyone around you, you know what I mean? Like you just kind of share on the vibe, and it feels really good to like be in a project just like that.
Thanks, Max.
Yeah,
Me and Max have the same birthday.
January 4th.
Yeah.
I'll just say that I don't think I've ever met somebody more brave to be exactly who they are, and I don't even know how she finds that power, but that is your superpower, is that you are brave to boldly be who you are, and to like you inspire me and all of us to be also completely who we are, and to chase our dreams further than I ever could have imagined.
Yeah.
And I'm also humbled to call myself your partner. So you also make me a better lover than I've ever been in my entire life. And
Wow. Don't even, I can't. Wow.
I love you, and we all love you. This is a really,
We are a family.
This is a family. It's a really big
I cannot
family.
cry today. I've exhausted my tears.
That was.
You're a motivator.
What a beautiful moment.
Yeah.
It has been an absolute honor to have you guys today. And I mean, you have this infectious quality of just kindness, so much talent, and I feel like you guys are going to be huge.
Thank you.
Really think that. I got a feeling about you guys, and I'm a huge fan now. I'm a huge friend now. I am going to follow you guys, and I'm here to support you. Please come back.
Anytime. Anytime. Yeah.
I want to thank you again, and I want to thank my crew for doing such a great job.
Thank you, crew.
Thank you, crew.
Here we go. 1, 2, you know what to do. See, I know we used to have a lot of bad days. My stomach got to hurting in the worst way, singing the blues. I love my own in a dark room, nobody there. I love my own in a dark room. But nowadays we got a lot of good news. You finally kicked the cigarettes. I ain't been singing the blues nearly as much since I've been living with you. Love me too much, and I say, kick it to me and I'll make it better for you. Kick it to me, I gon' make you better for it all. Kick it to me, I gon' make it better for you. Kick it to me, I gon' make you better for it. I said, kick it to me, I gon' make it better for you. Kick it to me, I gon' make you better. Kick it to me, I make it better for you. Make it better, cause it's all better. Hey, yeah. See, I know we didn't think that it would turn out. If you started out too quick, you're gonna burn out. Turning, you send her home when the night comes. Let her go, send her home when the night comes. But nowadays we headed to the same place. Nowadays we're working at the same place. I'm still here, still bright when the night goes. I'm still burning, I'm still bright when the night goes. You can't get to me and I'll make it better for you. Can't get to me, I can make you better. Not up, not up, no, no. Can't get to me and I can make it better for you. Can't get to me, I can make you better for it. I said, can't get to me, I can make it better for you. Can't get to me, I can make you better. Not up, not up, no, no. Can't get to me, now make it better for you. Make it better, cause it's all better. I didn't feel it on the first day. Now I got it in the worst way. And don't it feel alright? I got it better and it gets better every day. I didn't think it was a good look. You get too worried how it could look. Whoa, 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 it feel okay. I got it better and it gets better every day. And if I open the gates and I let in the light, then you're gonna get all of me or none at all. You get all of me or none at all. And if walking away is letting you go, you're gonna get all of me or none at all. You get all of me or none at all. I didn't feel it on the first day, and now I got it in the worst way. Oh, don't it feel okay? See, it's bad and it gets better each day. I didn't think it was a good look. No, you got too worried how it could look. No, I didn't feel okay. I got it bad and it gets better every day. I didn't feel it on the first day, yeah, and now I got it in the worst way. Oh baby, don't it feel alright? I got it bad and it's better every day. I didn't think it was a good look. He's still worried how it could look. Oh, that it feel okay. I got it bad and it gets better every day. Here we go. I didn't feel it on the first day. Now I got it in the worst way. Now it feel okay. I got it bad and it gets better each day. I didn't think it was a good look. He's still worried how it could look. Don't it feel like it? It's bad, it's better every day. Yeah, that's right. Now go put a smile on somebody's face. Go tell somebody they got a place in this world. Go tell somebody you wanna be friends with them.
Sammy Rae.
There we go.
Yeah!
Yeah.
There you go. What up now? What up now? Get him up. She's got it now. Oh yeah!
How do people be doing it like this though?
I'll show you in a second. Oh, nice. That is impressive. How about that?
How about that? Oh my god.
Depending on who I want to hang out with, I can make them my coaster.
There's a lot.
There's so much. Oh, 61.
Yeah!
Oh, this is great. Kitty bug. Kitty bug. Whoa.
Oh, what a clean signature. Is that it?
Get him, Seabass.
Wow, I did it.
Oh, you did?
I already did do mine.
All right. We're good to go.
Okay.